Hello, and what is up, all you cool cats? We are here for a specific idea, a specific project today. First, I want to show you that I moved all my little workbenches and stuff into the house, so this is actually our house now. I put some chests in here. This is mainly going to be our storage room. This one's going to be like our workshop, where we do all the workshop things and stuff and such. And of course, our bedroom, like we put our bed in before, but I didn't really do anything up there. I made a slight adjustment to the entrance here. I thought that looked kind of cool. I don't know. Let me know how you guys think about this. I thought this looked kind of nice. But today we're actually going to be going to a little room that I was using before to get terracotta. And in here, got a box and a big old empty space. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. But in this big old empty space, we're actually going to be making this significantly bigger, and then we're going to be sectioning it off into sections to put a bunch of botany pots and a huge botany farm over time. So that's going to be our plan specifically for today. Hopefully it goes as planned. You know how that is. But first, what we should do is... let's go ahead and get in here. I want to get some terracotta together, so I'm going to need both these and these from what it seems. And the rest of it we should actually just collect from in there. It should be a pretty easy project for the most part. The only thing is we're going to have to do a little bit of crafting in a minute, but that's not like the biggest deal in the world. We'll need the large tunnel setting. Thank you very much. That, and this. Oh, we need torches. Desperately need torches in our other end. Oh, little cave guy. We don't necessarily need you here, cave guy. You may vacate the premises. Let's put these on our toolbar here. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Alright. So, trying to think of exactly how big I want this room. Might be able to make it one longer. Just to kind of go a little bit overboard, I think I'm going to make this one longer. And by a little bit overboard, I mean significantly overboard. We're actually going to be adjusting this, and you'll see why I'm adjusting these torches to be like this in a little bit, but this will do for now. We're going to hit it one longer. Wham, wham, wham. And let's hit it that way. Okay. Looks like that was the perfect length. Wow. For the first time ever in this playthrough, we need food. That was heavy sarcasm if you didn't get the gist and you've seen the last 4 episodes. Which, if you haven't seen the last 4 episodes, what are you doing? This is episode 5. Go watch the last 4 episodes before you get over here. And also, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get all the torches here. So what's going to happen now that we have it at the length we want to have it at? I'm actually going to get rid of these torches real quick. I know right here we're going to need this, this, and this. Just those 3. And then it's going to be wall, 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 and wall. Guess we could just make this one shorter, because it doesn't really work out for the mathematics. And we'll just go ahead and hit them with one of... oh no! Oh no! The worst has happened. Oopsie daisy. I keep goofing up. Don't ever listen to me ever again, guys. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons in all the wrong places. And all I see are familiar faces. worn out places. That joke's only gonna hit for a few people that get it. Okay, that's better. That is significantly better. Now that we have that all settled, we're gonna go ahead and hit him with one of these. Same thing over here. Please do not worry about our health or our hunger bar. It will get taken care of in due time. There's actually something that we can do this episode that will give us enough hunger to not have to worry too much about it for a good bit. But for now, let's put these torches here. We'll actually put this closer to the middle here on both sides. Let's count this out because my brain's getting messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that's 6. That's 6. Right here is the middle. That makes me feel better. Boop. Boop. Alright, now that we have done that, let's take the torches out of our hand, and we're going to pull one of these maneuvers and one of those maneuvers. And then we're going to do the same exact thing here. And the same thing here. Bam, beautiful. Beautiful. So now that we have sectioned this out, as I had mentioned before, what we could do is we could put a bunch of barrels, well, actually, not barrels, this is where we gotta start doing crafting. We're only gonna be able to do some for now. I have to both get food, I have to get clay. There's quite a few things and resources and whatnot that I have to get a hold of this episode, but we'll definitely get that all done. I'm gonna smack this raw beef on here real quick, wait for that, and go get some crafting done in the house. I will catch you guys when I get that done. Alrighty, so I got you guys back because we basically got everything we need to really do this crafting. Now, this is like a good and bad thing. The thing that we're running low on is flower pots. We need a lot of hoppers for this kind of thing. So that's what we needed. Tons of iron. We got that. We have a bunch of hoppers. Now we need to make a bunch of these. That's why I have some of these hoppers here. I got them split up. Wanted to make all 28 into something, but that's alright. We'll work with 17 for now. We'll go down here. I got a couple barrels set up already just to kind of streamline the process. Once we're down here, we're going to have this exact same setup that I'm about to do right here on both sides of all this. So this setup that's right here is also going to go right here. Then it's also going to go right here and here and here and here. And you guys get the gist. So what this is, I'm going to set up a hopper right here. We'll go ahead and just kind of set this all up as such. Forgot we actually need to get this raised just by 1. Hopefully that's not really problematic for me. Okay, so we'll just do that on that side for now. And we're gonna go ahead and double up on these like I was saying before. Make sure they all connect to the hoppers, as you can see, and they all lead down into this one. Same thing with these ones. They're gonna all lead into each other, end up in this barrel. This barrel is gonna feed down into this barrel. So we gotta bring this another, like, what, 5, 6, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's set up. I might as well finish this out with the hoppers I got. are. So this same exact, you can't really call this a contraption, the same setup is going to be put on both sides of each of these hallways. And then this, super simple, just going to have hopper pots go throughout it. Ooh, almost enough to fill up this whole first line. That's pretty good. I also need, I totally forgot about that, I wanted to plant Infirium seeds. That was the main thing that I wanted to get done, was getting Infirium started. And one of the things you need to do to plant said Infirium is, let's get this. We also need a hoe. We could make one of those. Might as well make an obsidian one. Wouldn't hurt. And what we can do is do that there. And do this here. And boom, we have some Infirium farmland. Now with the Infirium farmland, we could start planting mystical agriculture seeds in the botany pots. There's quite a few different benefits to this. One, you grow Infirium, and it's actually a lot faster. Not like super fast, but it's significantly faster than if they just grow on normal land. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But these also give you back seeds, which the Infirium plants do not give you back seeds. So there's a couple things that this benefits from. All I really need to do is just let this thing go while I'm around, and it'll do most of the work for us. Once I fill up all these things, the biggest concern that I have right now is getting enough iron. As you guys can see, all the iron that I got wasn't even enough to fully fill up this side of everything. It was enough to fill up the hoppers, yeah, but I also need these botany pots with the hoppers so that way they actually feed into it. So, you know, it kind of is what it is for the time being. We don't really need this uncovered. Yeah, that'll be fine. But yeah, that's going to keep going, doing its thing. I'm sure this is going to start filling up with Infirium any second now. Watch. Bam, look at that. Look at that. Infirium essence on the go already. Gotta love it, right? And you see how fast these things grow? Pretty neat. I like it. I like it a lot. And eventually that's really going to come back to be a great thing for us. For those of you that know about the mystical agriculture mod, you probably understand how OP that's going to eventually be. But for those of you who don't know, you're going to know. Because that is insane. It's one of the crazy things I found out to do on the server. So we're going to have a good time with that. I also need to go find a better source. A few different things. Like, what I'd rather have is a good mob farmer. So I can, one, have a lot of experience, and two, I want to get a lot of enchanted items so I can disenchant them and put the enchantments onto my pickaxe. Now, the only thing about that is that I need a couple things. A disenchantment table. I would like an uncrafting table. That would be nice. An uncrafting table will do a lot of things for us. A lot of good in a lot of ways. But mainly we would need a disenchantment table, enchantment table, a bunch of mob spawners, silk touch 2, you know, all that good stuff. So that's going to be a whole big old project. Right now I want to go to sleep real quick, but then I'm also going to set us up with a little bit of lamb meat real quick. Just to get us by for the time being. Know what I mean? For that, we're going to need these. This. That. This. Thank you. Also going to need one of these. Thank you. And I guess we could do it in here. I guess. There we go. That works. Nothing wrong with that. Except for the meat flying all over the place. Other than the thing that's wrong with that, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Boop. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. We got all these meats too. And we also need to make real quick a cutting board. I think I have one. Maybe if I still have it on me. No, that makes sense. I would have definitely gotten rid of that. Let's make one real quick. One of these. Plop that in there. This up here. Cutting board. That's not really where that's gonna be. It's just for now. Thank you. Thank you. That's another thing too, in the botany pots with those mystical agriculture seeds, you typically can't bone meal those, but you can bone meal them when they're in the botany pots, which is actually really, really handy. That goes a really long way, especially when you're looking for like those really good essence that you just need a little bit of. They go a super long way. But yeah, for now, that's kind of all we had planned for this episode. I think I'm going to call it there. I'm going to cook up all this nice meat here. We're going to have this growing in the background. And next episode, I think we're actually going to be going on an adventure. I want to go back into the Twilight Forest. And I want to, one, clear out an entire geode so I can get as much done as possible. And two, I want to find an uncrafting table really bad. I want one of those. And then after that, I want to get my hands on Silk Touch too. I would really enjoy doing that, so eventually we're going to make a whole like enchantment table and everything and kind of get working on it. But for now, if you guys did enjoy the episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things we gotta do. Other than that, you guys have a quality day. Stay quality forever, and bye-bye.